Shamai, just a little rambles and a little catch up and a little chat with somebody as we are now definitely into the summer ukulele festival season. Right, so it's been a whirlwind couple of months, to be perfectly honest. We've had our new motorhome, but that is quite recent. So, going back a couple of weeks ago, Ukumaniacs started getting gigs. They were all local. Then we had our Pembrokeshire Weekender, the Ukulele Festival run by the Wales Ukulele Project down in Pembroke. Absolutely fantastic. Then last weekend drove up to Nottinghamshire to Worksop for Duke Fest, which is organised by the East Midlands Ukulele Project. Peter Moss, Opera Lely were playing. I even managed to do an open mic and I got to meet somebody. You're going to meet him in a minute. Next weekend, I'm going up to Hoylake for the Summer Strum, another brand new festival for me and one that I've really wanted to go to for a few years, and I'm going in the new motorhome for that one, so cannot wait for that. Then we've got Shrookfest where Ukumaniacs are playing, and wow, what a lineup for that. That is going to be one awesome weekend. And Ukumaniacs have been invited to play in the Anarchy Garden Fest. That's the 23rd of August. And again, just can't wait. So yeah, it is going to be a manic few weeks. Right, the main point of me doing this video. When I was in Duke Fest, I met Jim Carey. So the chances are you have already heard of Jim Carey, or certainly Jim's ukulele songbook. But just in case you haven't, let me explain. He has this enormous database of ukulele chord charts. I use it, and I have used it so often over the years. What you're seeing right now is what I call my home page. Whenever I log on the internet, this is what I see, and it's basically all the sites that I visit all the time. And up there, we're underneath Southern Ukulele Store, we've got Jim's ukulele book. Now, if I open it, that actually takes me straight to the songbook. But let's just have a quick look a minute, okay? It is ozbecaus.com. Hang on. If I click on home for a moment, all right, that's the home page of it. It explains a little bit. Jim's ukulele and guitar songbook. So yeah, go and click on songbooks, and then you're looking for Jim's ukulele songbook. Now the actual songbook itself, I'm not going to show you loads because it will be here forever, okay? But just to give you a little idea, I think he said it's something like 5,000 songs on the database now, okay? And it isn't just this enormous list of songs. When you actually click on something, I'm just going to go random, okay? Just to show you at the top, you've got some different features, okay? You can favorite it, you can change the key of it, you can even change the tuning for different tunings of ukuleles and things as well, and you can actually make your own songbooks. So yeah, if you've never heard of Jim's ukulele songbook, seriously go and check it out. It is an incredible ukulele resource, and I get to chat to him about how it started, why it started, and so on. Right, let's meet the gentleman behind Jim's ukulele songbook, Mr. Jim Carey. Right, I am in the presence of serious ukulele royalty here. Okay, all right. Jim is laughing. This is Jim Carey, all right? ozbecaus.com, all right? Now, I'm only quickly going to speak. I'm going to let him take over, all right? It's a little bit like the ukuleleans in that we never see who does all the hard work behind, but we all use his stuff. So, Jim, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Right. I retired about 17 years ago, and not long after I retired, the missus bought me this little blue, really hard and heavy ukulele as a bit of a joke. And she said, that'll keep you busy while you're retired, after you've done the back lawn and all the other things. And it went into my study, and it stayed in my study. And a couple of years later, there's a fella called Nicholas Corder, wonderful man. he ran a residential weekend somewhere towards Liverpool, Wirral, somewhere over there in a big old hall. And about 15 of us turned up for this residential weekend, and we learnt about 8 chords, and we played, and I decided I was a ukulele player.
That was it, totally
That was it.
addicted
I didn't need
then.
anything more than that, but I loved it. I got totally hooked. And I joined a little youth club that was actually at that same hall. And to show how eager I was, it was an hour and a half's drive to get there, and I went there every week and played. And then I moved across to Macclesfield, because I live in Congleton, and I moved to Macclesfield, and they had a pretty active club there, and they called it Musical Madness in the group, run by Roger Baker, another nice man. And over a period of time, I started to collect all this musical stuff on postcards, on pieces of paper, on the back of photographs, and then in landscape and in portrait and tabs, and I just, it overwhelmed me. I couldn't find what I wanted to play anymore, so I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just create some Word documents for the songs I like, and I'll create PDFs out of them, and I was very techie, and I set up tables of contents for all of this, and it all worked very well until I had about 500 songs, and then Word didn't work.
Let's just explain for a minute now, okay? So Jim makes basically chord transcriptions, chord charts for ukulele songs, all right? If you hadn't already got to that. So he's just, you started off with Word, but then you had to go into PDF format.
Yeah, that's it. Went to PDF so we could send it out to people, and then that became too hard as well, because it just used to take me hours to do it.
Yeah.
So I then went out and found a thing from a fellow called Buzz Carter,
right?
Who had this Ukegeet Scriptosaurus thing, and he was just giving it away to people that helped you create chord diagrams and things like that. And so I thought, well, yeah, if I put a database behind this, and I put a bit of extra, like changing instruments and a lot more in the keys area, and a bit of this, and then generating PDF, and it just slowly built up.
Yeah.
But before this, what had happened is a guy at Macclesfield had said, I like his PDFs, I'm going to put it on my website. And suddenly then everybody knew about my PDFs.
Yeah.
So the pressure was on. Another reason for me to go to a database. So then I've got this database thing. I set it up on a domain I had, osbecause.com, and suddenly it started to take off. And I didn't understand why, but I mean, now I get hundreds of thousands of page views a month, and I get hundreds of thousands of people come to visit the site a month, and hundreds of thousands of people who say, Jim, what if I do this, and what if I do that, and can I do this? So hence, I get the ideas for changes that I can make to the site. And I've done that over time, but I'm hoping that pretty soon we can reach a point where people will say, yeah, you don't need to change it anymore, Jim, you don't need to.
I've used it for years, mainly because when I started doing ukuleleans, I needed somewhere to start from.
Yeah.
And I used Unisite, and there's another American one. And between the two of them, it sort of, honestly, it covers the whole spectrum of ukulele songs, but you can do all sorts of clever things like transpose the songs and make songbooks.
Yeah, that's right. You have these things called favourites where you can save the songs you like, and you can then change those songs for yourself, and then you can build the site's songs and your own songs together to create a songbook, and then pass them on. So yeah, there's quite a few things.
I was going to say, so how many songs are currently available for everyone?
I think about 4,500 at the moment.
Wow.
There's a new big PDF songbook. Will be coming out probably later this month in July. That might be before you see this, or it might be after. But it'll be coming out, and there'll be about close to 5,000 pages in that PDF.
I will pop links in the description below for everything, I promise.
Excellent. So hopefully it'll come out, and hopefully I'll get it small enough to fit in everybody's iPads and Android tablets. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You spend forever trying to cut it down, and it's old iPads and new iPads and
it's
iPhones.
constantly changing it, all the technology and everything as well, isn't it?
And so I write something on my website online and suddenly find out that it doesn't work on an old iPhone, and so I have to put in bypasses. So it keeps me busy, and And it really has done what the missus always wanted me to do right at the start of all this, is have something to keep me head happy.
Yeah.
Keep my brain going and keep me, because yeah, a lot of people, they
You are
retire,
literally a world superstar, but nobody really knows the person behind it. So
I get so embarrassed when people say
I know,
things
it's
like that.
lovely actually meeting you in person as well, it really is. So
and vice versa, Rachel.
I got a question then. What's your favourite song you've ever done?
I don't know, they both got, I mean, I'm not religious, don't get me wrong, but there's two songs, Plastic Jesus and Chocolate Jesus. I love both of those. I think they're so good. And another one that the Duke Fest people here just sang this morning, Wandering Star. It sounds like my voice when you sing it. That's the sort of song I can sing.
We actually got to perform Plastic Jesus in the cricket club the other night, the campfire thing. Oh, Jim, it's been so lovely meeting you. And I just want to show the world the man who does so much for you guys. And as we were just discussing now, not a penny. It's all for the love of uke, which is what it's all about. Jim, thank you ever so much.
Cheers, Rachel.
And hopefully we'll catch up with each other very soon.
Yeah, I hope so, yes.
So I do hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed chatting to him. I met him when I first arrived up in Worksop when we were busking in the town centre. And yeah, we started chatting and things, and he is really, really nice. Lovely, lovely person. So yeah, thank you, Jim, for having that little chat and sharing your story with the world. Right, so lots of ukulele stuff, events, festivals, concerts, gigs coming up. I hope everybody has a fantastic summer. And as I said a minute ago, if you see me in one of the events, come and say hello. And if the Ukumaniacs are playing, come and have a little watch. So if you would like to support me here on the channel, I have got a Patreon page and I'll pop a link in the description below for that. And I have just started doing Buy Me a Coffee as well, as a few people had requested it. I do hope you have enjoyed this video though. As always, if you've got any comments or questions, please feel free, leave them below. Give us a like if you've enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.